What's going on, YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome to another movie rewatch. I'm going to be doing a two-part video, so in this part you're going to be hearing me discuss Charlie's Angels 2000, and in the next part we're going to talk Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, because tonight I'm going to go see Charlie's Angels, the 2019 film. I guess it's a continuation of this, which is also a continuation of the TV series. I don't fucking know. I've heard a lot of things about it. So, yeah, I'm going to talk about Charlie's Angels 2000, then the next part, and then the third part of this, I guess, trilogy of videos will be on the Big Jack Films YouTube channel under the title Opening Night Charlie's Angels 2019. So, after you check out these two videos, be sure to go to Big Jack Films YouTube channel to hear my thoughts on the 2019 film, because I'm recording this morning, so I have no idea how this new movie is going to be, but I can give my thoughts on the other two Charlie's Angels films, and yeah, so let's do that. Just clear my throat. So, let's start with the 2000 film, Charlie's Angels, starring Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu, Drew Barrymore, Tim Curry, Crispin Glover, Sam Rockwell. Did I say Bill Murray, Tim Curry? Yeah, they're in there too. Yeah. LL Cool J shows up at the beginning of the movie. It's okay, and it's directed by a guy named Mick G. You know, the guy who made Terminator Salvation? I don't know, that name Mick G, like, what is his real name? I don't really know. But, yeah, that's cool, bro, if you want to title yourself Mick G. Whatever. But anyways, Charlie's Angels 2000. Now, I'd seen this movie, like, years ago, and I remember being kind of hokey. So, my brother and I decided, you know what, let's go watch these, because, like, he hated Charlie's, I remember we watched Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, and he turned to me after the movie, he's like, that was the worst fucking movie I've ever seen. So, we're like, okay, we're going to rewatch both of them, we're going to go see this new one, how's that sound? He's like, okay, we're going to go watch the new one. So, I'm like, okay, let's go rewatch these ones from the 2000, Charlie's Angels, and then watch Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. Immediately within the first minute of this movie, it's like the movie's on like speed or cocaine or something. Like, it's so in your face. Like, there's some really bad CGI, and it's super hokey. I kind of like attribute it almost kind of like a Batman, like Adam West show, like Joel Schumacher, like Batman Forever. Like, Charlie's Angels 2000, overall, like, I actually kind of had a lot of fun with it. Like, it's super hokey, but like I said, it's entertaining. Like, the three actresses are good in their roles. They're funny. The movie is completely insane. It has just randomly Tim Curry fighting Bill Murray in a sumo wrestling suit and I just kept going, what the fuck is going on? What's going to happen next? You have crazy wire kung fu. You had all these crazy disguises. Sam Rockwell's the villain. I was just blown away by what I was watching. And the best part of each movie is Crispin Glover, because Crispin Glover looks like he fucking hates everybody on set. I don't know if he's just like if he was just that good of an actor in the performance, but like, man, you felt that Crispin Glover was going to snap at any moment in time to kill somebody. Like, he looked like a serial killer. Like, he's really, really good, and he's my favorite part about both these movies. Bill Murray can get a few laughs in here and there, but like some of the humor, it doesn't really work. But some of the hokiness, I gotta admit, I was laughing quite a bit. So if that was what the movie's intention was, it worked for the most part. Like I said, I can never remember the angels' names, but I just know the three actresses. Then Luke Wilson just shows up randomly, and it's just a random like assortment of kind of like different events. They can dodge bullets, apparently. They have superhuman abilities, apparently. It's just fucking ridiculous. It is absolutely insane. Just thinking about it right now, all the wire fu, all the car moves, like things would just blow up randomly. Just the fact that they do these unrealistic things. It is super hokey, and it is aware of what it is, and it is having like a good time with it. So, like I said, I'm trying to think what else I can say about it, because it has been a few days since I watched it, because then after this, the next day we watched Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, and then, like, I just remember just hating that movie with a passion, but this one, surprisingly, and it also kind of brought me back to the early 2000s. I was like, oh my god, I remember some of this shit. Like, I'd see ads for Singular phones, and I'm like, oh, Singular, I remember that. I used to have that phone network, and then it would turn into, like, they got absorbed by AT&T, but I'm like, oh yeah, Singular Network, that brought me back. Then they had that Destiny Child song, or whatever it was, that played during, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this song too. Oh, I remember that. I remember, you remember, I remember that. So, it did bring back some memories. Like, it kind of gave me a little bit of nostalgia for the early 2000s. So I guess that was kind of neat, because I'm just like, wow, has this movie really come out 19 years ago? Like today, it's been almost 20 fucking years. I'm like, I feel super old now. Like, legitimately, I'm just like, I feel super duper old, because even though I'm not really that old, because I'm like, I just remember when this damn thing would come out, my older sister would play the fucking movies like over and over again. I'm just like, no. It was like this one. Another one was like Spice World. That was another one. But I mean, the actresses were good. Bill Murray's doing his thing. He wisely said no to the sequel, but yet he says yes to Garfield, Tale of Two Kitties. That's kind of funny. But overall, I just kind of had a lot of fun with it. Like, I mean, there are some bad special effects in there for sure, but it is kind of self-aware. It is kind of goofy. It's just a funny, dumb, entertaining movie. So that's all I can give it. It seems fully aware of what it is. Things are just ridiculous. You got 3 hot actresses doing their thing. So if you're into that, oh yeah, Matt LeBlanc was in this thing too. I forgot. Oh man, I'm forgetting a lot of things like about this movie, because there's just so much insanity. Like, if you get the chance, I mean, it's on Netflix. I do recommend checking it out if you want a good laugh, because like I said, this thing is fucking ridiculous, but it is entertaining, so I'll give it that. Unlike the sequel is not entertaining. The sequel is bad. So yeah, I guess that's it. I do kind of recommend watching it. I'm like after we were done, I'm like, you know what, I was kind of expecting to hate this thing, but I surprisingly was very entertained throughout it. There were, like, I was sitting there, I was making fun of it, I was laughing, I was having a good time. Like, this is kind of like, you know what, I wasn't expecting this when I was going to rewatch this movie. I didn't realize how dated it was and some of the stuff that would happen in it, but it was a genuinely nice surprise. Like, you do not make movies like this anymore, at least until we see this new one. I don't know how this new one's going to be. It's probably going to be terrible, but I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see how it ends up being. I mean, it can't be as bad as Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. So, yeah. Charlie's Angels 2000. What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments section down below. And, yeah, be sure to come back for part 2 as we discuss the absolutely terrible Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. I mean, that movie is fucking insufferable. It's degrading. I hate it so much. And then, yeah, we'll talk about that one. So, yep. Thanks for watching, everybody. Come back for part 2, which should be uploaded, like, basically the same time as this part. All right. Take care now. Bye-bye, then.